So wait a minute. One person sat for meditation. Siddhabadi camp we have, no? So Gurudev had told that whenever you get a chance, sit down, sit quietly, try and focus your mind, and he'd shown how to meditate. So you meditate. So in the afternoon, this person was sitting and meditating, and so the wife saw that he's meditating. So the tea bell rang, so she got up slowly, took the mug of tea, went out of the room, about to leave, opened the door carefully so that you can't disturb this husband. And then she is about to go off, out of the room. And he says, "Bring tea for me also." And here in this meditation, I am that supreme truth, beyond all limitations. And I tell you. Okay, so now if we have understood the speed of the mind is terrific, it is this. They say when we are born, this is Vedantic philosophy says that all of us, all human beings are born in this world with 3 manufacturing defects. What? It's there, it's inherent. It's all, every human being, it doesn't matter which religion, caste, creed, nationality do you belong to, all of us come into this world with 3 manufacturing defects. What are they? One is called Mala. This is all technical, Vedantic, terminology. Mala, Vikshepa, and Ajnana Avarana. Mala, the dirt of the mind, Vikshepa, the distractions of the mind, and Ajnana Avarana, the ignorance, the veiling of ignorance. I'll explain to you. You take a bucket of water and put it under the sun. You should, because if the sky is clear, you should get a clear reflection in the bucket, in the water. You should get. But if you don't get a clear reflection, what could be the reason? What could be the reason? Either the water is dirty or the water is shaky. Then you won't get a fine, nice, clear, steady this. If the water is clean and the water is steady, you get a perfect reflection in the water. Okay? Now, in the bucket of the body is the water of the mind. And what is the state of that mind? Dirty? I tell you, I say the best thing in the world that Bhagavan ever did was that we can't read each other's mind. Do you agree? Because if we could read each other's mind, no 2 people will sit next to each other. Agreed? And husband and wife relation is impossible if you could read each other's mind. Impossible, I tell you. Impossible. Outside they'll say, "I love you, darling." Andar hota hai, kab mar jaye to acha hai, main chhoot jaun. I tell you, but whether others know your mind or not, you know your mind, isn't it? Others may not know, but you know what it is. Any doubt? Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, all types of things, likes and dislikes and vasanas and greed and passion and everything. Sometimes very sublime thoughts come. And the next second, some ridiculous, petty, useless thinking. Is it true or not? So, Mala, no doubt. Then Vikshepa, distraction. Oh God, how much distraction? You already described. It's just like, that is why when they chart they do a mapping, like a halo, and they find everyone's, except for people who are in samadhi or in deep absorption state, everyone, our halo is all haywire. It goes, because, our mind is like, you're there, 100 things the same time. So, Mala, Vikshepa. And the third, Ajnana Avarana. Ajnana means ignorance. We don't really know our true nature. We think ourselves to be this finite body, the finite mind, and therefore this is there as part of our personality. So, what are we supposed to do about it? We have to get rid of these three, and when we do that, and two of them, the ignorance can be removed by knowledge, which comes at a little later stage. This knowledge comes only when the mind becomes pure and becomes steady. So therefore, for God realization, for knowing the truth, different words are used. What is required? The state of mind should be. These three qualities are required for a really the best achievement, or the greatest, the highest achievement of life. Which are those three qualities of the mind? Shuddhata, Ekagrata, and Sukshmata. Shuddhata, purity of mind. Ekagrata, concentration of the mind. And Sukshmata is subtlety of the mind. All these three must be there for God realization, self-realization, moksha, liberation, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Even for worldly happiness, for relative happiness in this, you need to have Shuddhata and Ekagrata. Do you agree? A distracted mind never succeeds even in worldly matters. Forget about spiritual matters. Now, let's analyze the mind a little more so we can understand how to deal with it. Now, for the sake of understanding, the mind, because of its different functions, is divided into four. Yesterday we saw one categorization of the four. This is a different one. It is because of the different functions of the thoughts. It's divided into mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Mana, mind. All the four together are called technically antahkarana. What are they called? Antahkarana means inner instrument. But normally, most in a layman language, these four things are called mind. Okay? But if we get a little deeper into it, this thing which we overall call mind, technically called antahkarana, inner instrument, is divided into mana, mind, buddhi, intellect, chitta, memory, and ahankara, ego. And here the word ego does not mean pride. I'll explain what it means when we come to it. Mana. Now here the mana means the perceptive part of the mind. It perceives, like the eye, it goes in. Then the thinking, deciding, judging, recognizing, understanding, all this is part of the intellect. Have you understood the difference in the functioning? Right? The understanding of it, the cognition of it, the recognition of it, all that is what? The intellect. But this will not happen when I perceive, like this is a watch. In this what happened? The perception part took place. Then this perception went into your memory. The memory came into the picture where such an object is called a watch. And the intellect recognized this is a watch. Have you got this point? And then there arose a thought that this is a watch. This knowledge took place when all these three aspects came into the picture. And the fourth aspect, which is called the ego, owned the knowledge. I know this is a watch. Have you got the point? Ego is the one that knows, that acts. I am the doer. I am sitting over here. I am listening. I am smelling. I am touching. I am tasting. This entity in you which says I am doing this, I am doing, is called the ego or ahankara. Aham karta iti ahankara. Okay? Ego here does not mean pride. I hope this is very clear. Are you all listening to me? I am listening. This is a statement of the ego. But I am the best listener is a statement of your pride. Have you understood that? I am a speaker is a statement of the ego. But I am the best speaker in the world is a statement of pride. Have you understood the difference between ego and pride? Yes? Ego is common to all of us. But pride, some have, some have more, right? Actually, I don't even want to say some don't have, because it's rarely that people don't have that. Very true. Some have more. So, ego is common to all of us. I am sitting, I am standing, I am walking, I am talking. This entity which owns every thought, every action as I is called the ego, Mr. Ego. Have you got this point? Ego here does